you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be working on an outside wood burner, and I'm just basically going to be helping a friend of mine because I really don't know a whole lot about these. I've actually never seen the inside of one, so you guys are going to be the first to see the inside of one with me. And what he's doing right now is he's cleaning this wood burner out because it prolongs the life of the wood burner. And if you have one of these outside wood burners, I think he has some pretty good information about them. So let's see how this video goes. We'll check out the inside of this burner. Alright, this is the outside. And if my buddy Rick here tells just a little bit about this stove and how it works, maybe. Oh, what's this thing down here?
It's just the auger system. You put this tool in here. And then you turn it with a ratchet and this opens up, this chute.
And what's that do? It takes all the ash out of the bottom?
Yep, cleans the ashes out.
Oh, wow. Boy, that's pretty dirty down in there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
This stove's 11 years old. I've never put a patch in it for water leaks, but you got to clean it. The salesman that sold it to me, he's what sold it to me. And he just told me what to do with it, and I have never had a problem with it.
So what are we going to be doing today?
Basically cleaning the inside out and getting it oiled up for next winter.
Okay, he's gonna get ready to pull that cap off the top. There's a cap up there. He puts that cap on there, keep water and stuff from going down inside of these wood burners. Supposedly that if you don't take good enough care of your wood burner, your outside wood burner, you're gonna have to be putting some patches on it, because you're gonna get cracks. It's gonna rust. And this one here, at 11 years old, no cracks, no patches. So obviously he's doing something right, and I want to know what it is so I can share it with you guys. Okay, we're going to start off with a shovel. We got to get this bad boy shoveled out. Well, it's got some nice white powder ash in there. Better be easy shoveling that. It's going to be dusty.
Wear your mask.
Yeah, you guys should wear a mask when you're doing this. We actually don't have any right at the moment, but we got to get this job done. Should have a mask and gloves on. And that was one of the reasons why he actually took that cap off the top, so we could get a little bit of ventilation. A little bit of draft pulling it out will work good. Alright, you can see how clean we got it in there. It's not too bad. Got all the big debris shoveled out. Now we're going to get ready to take the grate out. And the grate is this, this big guy right here. Looks pretty heavy. Alright, we're going to get this grate out. Ooh, that's big. That's a big one. Alright, now we're down to the auger system. And he's going to show us how it works.
This tool, I lost my original, so I made it. So that's not the original tool. So yeah. Just a piece of pipe, cut it, notch.
Then I made a good video making your own tool.
Put a socket on it, drove it on there. Works great.
As long as it works. That's all that counts.
A certain way. I'm going the wrong way. These two outsides spin back, and then the center one pulls it out. No, I think I'm going the wrong way now. That's just more for when you're burning through the winter. You shake your grate or your ashes down through the grates, and And then you just clean it out without having taken everything apart.
Dude, I've never seen the inside of one of these before. That's pretty interesting. I've never seen one before.
Not all of them all like this. They all got different styles. Some of them don't have them. But that's it. That's how it works. Center comes out. That picks up that.
That does in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that comes out too. Okay. Yep. And that's where you want to clean too, down in there real good, huh?
Yep. And that's when it gets down to, we'll check for any water leaks or anything. There's a lot too. It ain't a lot if you keep up on it. But.
As you guys can see, my buddy Rick, he wears his gloves. Where Kevin should be wearing his gloves, he don't.
So we're just going to pull this auger system out. This comes off after I loosen up the bolts. Pretty simple. Auger system. You'll get a lot to come out. You can put this in backwards. I don't think it'll line up. It'll line up, but it just, I think something's weird about it, but it will go in backwards. But you can see the difference.
Yeah.
On the ends. That one don't have it. This is just a stopper for your chute there.
Big old auger.
Because this thing it'll move just a little bit back and forth as you're augering.
Now, does those other two augers come out or no?
Yep.
They do?
They come out together. Basically, just going to reach in here.
Oh, okay, I see. And you do this every year?
Every single year.
As soon as you're done burning, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, this is 11 years old. Still work it by hand.
Man. That's crazy setup. I've never seen anything like it, but it works.
When I bought this, I think this was an extra $350
for that piece right there?
For this auger system.
Okay. And you can buy them without the auger system?
Mm-hmm.
So
you'll just have a plug that goes in here and plugs this tube off.
And then basically you got to clean it by hand all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yep.
So that thing actually makes light work of getting the ash out, basically, is what it's for.
Yep. Saves you a lot of shoveling.
So we're just going to get the inside of that cleaned out of there real good now, down on the bottom. I like the tool. That tool's just made right for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. Now I noticed in the bottom, Rick, the bottom of it looks like it's kind of wet. You say that might be, that's oil from?
That's from when I did it last year. I usually have a good puddle of oil down there, and I leave it in there just to keep it from rusting, and keep that acid from working on it.
As you can see, the inside of his thing so far, from what we got cleaned, it really looks nice in there. And for 11 years, I can't believe that, 11 years old, and it looks that good inside. Now, is there water going through them?
Yep.
Okay.
The pumps, it's all shut down. There's no electric. There's electric to the back of the stove, but the actual stove itself is shut down.
Okay.
And then once you get in there, you get the light in there, you'll see around that back seam.
Yeah.
Once you, that's where I mainly really want to clean, and then right up in here on these seams.
On the seams.
Yeah.
Of the top of the pipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
This part of it, it's pretty much good to go. I'm not worried about any more than that.
Okay.
Just that seam back here at the top, and then this front seam.
All right, the next step, you're going to definitely need your respirator, some type of do-rag for your head, and a pair of coveralls. He tells me I got to crawl inside this thing. I'm not crazy about it, but if that's the way they got to clean it, that's what we're going to do. So you got to have something to put on. This is the hard part, I guess.
Helps if you're skinny.
Okay, here's the main seam he wanted to get, right around this edge and down along here. And as you can see, there's a ton of stuff in here. And if you're gonna make your burner last longer, and you have to do this, then guess what? We're gonna do it so it'll last longer. Now these pipes up here, these are where the water goes through. These are where the water goes through. He tells me there's a seam on the top of this. So we gotta make sure we get it cleaned up on the top as well. Up on the very top. So. That stuff that looks like glass is actually creosote buildup. So we're gonna keep doing it until we get this thing cleaned up. on this side?
Right up in there.
I haven't got it there yet.
It's right on the top, and I'll just kind of get a good picture of it there.
There's a bunch right in there.
That's where most of your air and your heat blows straight up right there because of your forced air.
Did I get it? Piece over here. I think we got it. Okay, from what I understand, right in here is the main spot, and that's a seam. It goes all the way up around this. See if I give you a boost of light here. See how this stuff gets stuck in down in here? You get that crease in that? All it does is work on those corners. So what we want to do is we want to get his corners really nice and clean. The cleaner we get them corners, the longer this stove's gonna last. We want a nice, good, clean edge. And we'll just keep going all the way around that side, just like we did the back. Clean it up real good.
Look at me for a minute.
Huh?
Look at me for a minute.
I'm not black, am I?
Yeah, you're dust mask. That's why you should wear a dust mask right there.
Yeah. Wow, that's tight in there. It's a good thing I ain't claustrophobic. I'd be in trouble. Well, this is why you gotta wear a mask in there. It's a mess. A lot of debris falling down on your head. I would recommend gloves, long sleeves, and a mask. You can see right there, that's all the stuff that I scraped out of the top. It's a lot of crease over there. Whoa. That's a lot of stuff. That wasn't in the bowl. So I had to get something clean up in there, that's for sure. Hey, May.
What? People probably don't even
know you're supposed to clean them out?
Yeah. About all the dealers that I talked to when I was looking at stoves, nobody told me, other than the guy that sold me this one, to get in there
and scrub it out.
Yep.
Well, you know what's crazy is I see them, they scrub out boilers and stuff on boats, so why wouldn't you scrub this out?
Exactly. He told me 6 or 7 years was the average before people started put patches in them because they'll pass through. And like I said, this is 11 years old. Never had an issue other than this blower motor, and it's because it takes a lot of dust.
All right, so what's our next step?
Basically, we're gonna take a little brush and clean that out. Get some oil and get it oiled up. And
we're done.
you know?
Oh, man. All right, you can see we got it nice and clean now, and all that stuff that was all over those tubes going through the ceiling is all gone. And for 11 years old, look at the seams in there. It's actually really in good shape. And that's due to him cleaning it every single year. So just keeping it clean can do that much to keep it going for you. So I guess we're going to do some oil spraying now inside there. Since it looks so good, we're going to spray it down with some oil, and I guess that's how you preserve it. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take some used motor oil. This doesn't have to be new motor oil. We're going to take some used motor oil.
This is actually new oil.
Is that new in there? And he's going to spray down all the seams, basically the whole inside of this thing, spray it up real good to keep it from rusting and just help preserve the metal.
I don't have my big sprayer. We'll see it start forming and run down that crack in the seam. And you say down in here is where the a lot of that lays. So I'm sure you want oil down in here too, because yeah, a lot of the are actually lay there as you're burning. I don't want to get too crazy on this one, but that's how it works. This spins a little sprocket down in there, that auger.
yeah, and it spins it around. So you just throw some oil on this guy too?
Yep, well after I put it in there, I'll put oil in it.
Now is there an upside and a downside to that? And I think you got it right. I see it's flat on this upper side.
Yep.
Boy, it sure looks different in there, don't it?
Yep.
Sure looks different. Get this out of your way.
You see the notch. There's a notch in there.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a slot in there. Right there? Oh, so you could actually put it in backwards and work
Yeah,
it.
because that was...
Got the same notch in it. Yeah.
I've done it before. Put your cover on. This is a little bit tricky sometimes. The tricky is this drops down. Line it up a little bit. Tighten her down.
You just squirt the heck out of that thing, right?
Yeah.
So what he's going to do now, he's just going to oil that chain in the back.
If you're good, this usually should work by hand.
That's pretty cool. I like how it just sucks the ash back out. It's pushing ash back. The two side ones are pushing it back, and the one in the middle is pulling it out.
And that's it. Other than the grate.
You okay with that by yourself? It's a heavy grate.
Should get stuck there. Make sure this still spins. Now you can tell the difference with that grate being in there without being.
Oh yeah. And you say that grate is some type of a high carbon, maybe steel? The drum itself?
The drum
too?
is supposed to be high carbon. I'm assuming the grate is too. I don't know.
And why did you not go with stainless steel?
The guy told me that, you know, they actually, this brand of stove actually built stainless stoves, and they had a lot of problems with cracking, so they switched to carbon steel.
Well, I think you got 11 years. I think you did really well. And I mean, it looks like you really take good care of your stove too.
Mm-hmm.
Really good care.
We need to get, need to change the water too. A lot of people I know don't change the water. I try to do mine every year with treatment. And like I said, I've never even replaced the pump in 11 years.
Wow. Well, maybe we can do a video on changing the water out sometime, huh?
Absolutely.
All right. So that was the end of a pretty good project there. And if you want your stove to last, clean it. And I mean, I think he's done a good job on this. And you know, I've watched a lot of videos and movies on where they clean boilers and ships to make them last longer. And it is a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. If you don't want to keep buying this stove, keep it clean. Alright, the only thing we got left to do is thread the cap on the top. This stove's good for next year. And hopefully for many years after. So if you have one of these and you want to last long, you got to clean them out. So I would like to tell everybody thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.